Quarter four and knocking loud. Echoes ripple through the crowd. Nodes are humming, hearts are drumming. Future's here, no time for dumbing. 1 to 1, the ratio's climbing. Outpace the FUD, perfect timing. COTI earn is on the rise. Watch the system crystallize. CBDCs is just a matter of time. Q4 is here. Let's go. Get ready. The moment is near. Q4 is here. Q4 is here. Q4 is here. Q4 is here. No more doubt. No more fear. Q4 is here. Q4 is here. Q4 is here. The ecosystem's blazing trails. Innovation tips the scales. It's a slow burn, but the harmony's tight. Blending past and future light. Nodes like veins, they keep us flowing. A network alive, always growing. History bends when we take charge. A legacy written extra large. Let's go. Get ready, the moment is near. Q4 is here. Q4 is here. Q4 is here. Q4 is here. No more doubt. No more fear. Q4 is here. Q4 is here. Q4 is here.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the surprise stream with COTI Confidential. Myself and Soren are here. Soren's somewhere. I think I caught him like off guard there. What are you doing, man?
I was trying to put my COTI neon light on, but
I gave you. Yeah, you had 2 minutes to do that.
yeah, it wasn't enough. Never mind. We'll do without it. That's fine.
So I don't know about you, man, but I haven't seen notifications coming through X like that in a really, really, really long time. That was crazy.
It's been a mad day, and I tell you what I like about it the most part. I tell you what, who front ran all of this, yeah? Shahav, Dr. Avishai, guys from the top, Joshua. Guy, you know, they front ran all of this and they led by example. I love that. I mean, Shahav has been on an absolute crusade, hasn't he?
I think you called it a tweet storm, which is the perfect way to encompass that. Yeah, for sure. Crazy.
Yeah, so it's been manic, but well deserved. Well deserved.
I'm kind of in the shadows here. There we go. So you know what? And it's not just about price action, right? It's about seeing some of these accounts actually start to validate what COTI is doing. And it's like we've been talking about, you know, privacy really just went live. So these kinds of things, it makes sense that now, you know, we have tangible products that we can showcase. It's kind of nice to see some of these things come alive. Okay, we're gonna bring Purple Owl up to the stage. Welcome. How's it going?
Hey, Purple. How are you?
Hello, guys.
What's up, man?
Oh, I didn't know anybody can join this.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a community show.
Oh, my bestie is here. Look at this. Like, what a special day. Holy cow. What's up, Jen?
I was being pinged.
Oh, well, good. Yes, you have been summoned. What's going
I was
on?
summoned. Not too
We
much.
had,
I'm happy
we
to
had
join
to
you
ping you,
guys.
Jen. Sorry about that.
Why are you sorry? I'm always happy to join you guys. I'm glad
That's
you
wicked.
did. What's going on? I didn't even
So,
know you guys were live. Fill me
well,
in.
we actually have a new speaker like up who's never been here before, Purple Owl. So, kind of like to hear a little bit from him.
I
Tell
will
us a little
mute.
bit about yourself, Purple.
I mean, I don't have much to say. Well, I've been in the COTI community for like maybe 2 years. I don't really know what to say.
Where are you from?
No, it's cool, man.
I'm from Romania.
Okay.
I'm
It
24. Yeah, I don't know.
Cody
Last time I
Confidential
was
really
in
is coast to coast and around the world, man. It's so cool.
absolutely. Last
Yeah,
time I was in
absolutely.
Bucharest, I played poker with some local gangsters and took him for €2,500 and had to run for my life.
Oh, you won that. They usually they scam people.
Not me. I got lucky that night.
He's the scammer.
Yeah, that's probably what they followed you.
Romania is a lovely country. I used to travel
Yeah,
there a lot in my younger days. Love it there. So,
Yeah,
so what
Romania-
do you
Romania is
so
a
what do you
beautiful
do for a
country.
living, Purple?
I work in logistics.
Okay,
Nothing too fancy.
oh, it's fancy enough, isn't it?
I mean,
It's nice
it
being
runs
in the
the world.
community. You're in the community. You said you've been in the COTI community for 3 years.
What did you say, John?
You've been in the COTI community for 3 years.
Yeah, about that.
It's nice because privacy is, I mean, I know you guys have been posting about this, but I am seeing so many posts right now. Like, it is definitely having its moment. It's really nice. And I don't know how long you guys have been, like Soren and Trace, how long you guys have been part of the community, but to hear like a community member who's been for 3 years, you know what I mean? Like you guys are sure to have your moment here soon. And I'm seeing like
Well,
more and more from COTI posting about it. I think because others, you know, you see others posting that they are creating something, they're developing something, this is in the works. And then you kind of see the COTI community coming out and saying like loud and proud, hey, COTI's already achieved this. Like this is something we're already doing. Check this out. Like it's really nice to see that happening right now.
Well, I've been
It's-
saying
it's-
in the Telegram, I don't think people realize like Zcash is just a private token, but COTI is so much more than that.
No,
it's
absolutely.
it's so
Yeah,
it's so
I mean,
nice to see, like you said, Jen, it's so nice to see the narrative like really kicking off, because you just like you'd see it on the fringes, but now it's like really, really a thing. And kind of what you're saying is, you know, like the vision has been there at the upper level, at the executive level, since sometime in 2023, maybe late 2022, where at that point they were saying, well, we're looking into regulation tech, you know, and COTI VT was going to be a policy layer, right? And that was the original. Like, how do we solve for regulation? How do we solve for regulatory compliance, right? And so at the time, it was like, you know, it was just kind of just getting mulled around, and it turned into this, you know, this privacy thing that just is it just kept getting bigger and bigger. It became like a layer. Now it's privacy on demand, it's cross-chain capability, it's private stable coins, the snap is out. Like, it's nice to have things that are actually, we can show people now, like we can show demos, and partners are onboarding their privacy options just as this narrative is really starting to become mainstream. So seeing the Zcash pump, a lot of people were upset with that. And I'm like, no, this is how it goes. It's just like, you know, when you look at alt season, you know, what's been the major indicator for alt season for the past few cycles, right? It's Doge, right? Doge really is like, okay, when Doge runs, it's actually really here. So I see Zcash is probably that indicator that this is the privacy pump. And it would make sense that because Doge is kind of Zcash is kind of the Doge of privacy, right? So that's what I'm seeing. But yeah, what a great day, and what a great time to have your infrastructure already built and running.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense that the cypherpunk vision, the Zcash, the thing that the cypherpunks want and love, and the private Bitcoin that pumped first. Then you had all the CK stuff, which was being pushed hard by the Ethereum Foundation, and now you're having the third generation privacy tech, which can do everything that all the others can and so much more. So it actually, you know, 1, 2, 3. It's come very nicely when you look at it in hindsight.
It was so nice when I was on a call with Aureus, just hearing about how they were using COTI to actually like solve this issue that they were having. Like Tracy, you mentioned regulation earlier. I think so many were waiting for this sort of clarity, right? We always say like regulatory clarity, you know, and they got that. They got what they needed, but then there were all of these different missing pieces, right? And so to hear that, and I think privacy might be having its moment now because we are seeing so much more of this. We've always talked about, you know, the institutional aspect, right? Institutions coming on chain and what's it going to take to bring them on chain. I think part of that was regulation. I think the other part of it was privacy, right? And Oliver from Aureus was giving wonderful examples, along with Eve as well, right? About why this is so necessary. But they were saying that there were others that offer some sort of privacy tech and boast that they are live and whatever else, but really is it compliant? And that was one of the biggest things. They can have some sort of tech that's out. They can offer some sort of solution to this, but whether or not they're actually compliant and it's going to be dependable, it's going to not come back to the actual institutions that are going to be using this technology or relying on it to some extent, right? And so COTI was that solution for them. It was just really nice to get an understanding of why COTI, when on the outside, you see these different solutions that are being offered. What was it specifically that made them choose COTI over others, especially when they are working so closely with these institutions, you know, large number institutions.
Did you see that interview with Aureus, Purple?
What did you say?
Did you see the interview that Jen did with
Aureus? Actually, I haven't, but I'm actually so excited to. Well, I don't know if this is coming or not, but I am so excited to see gold trading on Carbon.
This one you need to watch it. I'm sure Jen, you'd be happy to repost it.
Yeah, sure. If you send a link on Telegram, I'll definitely.
Yeah, or we will post it and we will blow it up like we've done with all the others. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Because I mean, this is gold. This was really, I've told you before, Jen. This is one of the best episodes you've done.
Thank you.
Because you had that other guy. What was his name? Partner.
Oh, Oliver. Oliver. They were both fantastic. They're both such great guys, super knowledgeable. You know, really knowledgeable, very credible. It's not like you're getting on a call with somebody who's just kind of looking to BS you a little bit and they're like this fly-by founder, right? Like they really have like solid footing. They really know what they're talking about and they have a clear vision of what they're working towards and how they need to achieve that, which is why it was so nice to, I mean, yes, they're using Carbon DeFi, but you know, I really wanted to get into COTI as well, you know? I'm sorry, Soren, go ahead.
Yeah, no, he dropped some proper nuggets about you know, when you talk to institutions, what is it they're looking for? And more specifically, what are they not looking for? Yeah. And, you know, that was really, seriously, that was an absolute banger, that one.
Thank you. I'll repost it. And Purple, I don't know if you follow me on X or, you know, maybe Soren or Tracer can.
But you should.
I do. And I don't know, John, if you remember me from Telegram, but
I know the name.
Yeah, I have like strategies on Carbon, and I've used it so much. I can't wait to have a strategy with gold, either directly with COTI or with USD. That will be amazing.
You know, thank you. One, I know the name, and I wasn't sure if it was from X where I've seen it, if it was from the COTI Confidential group, or maybe even our DM. So I apologize.
It's fine. It's fine.
But it's nice to actually be able to speak with you and to hear that you're happy with Carbon DeFi and creating your strategies and things. And I think, you know, as we start seeing more, and this is, we were talking about Yaru last time, right? As we start seeing more of these different projects that are that are building on COTI, whether it's through the AI, you know, programs that they're doing, or the classes, I don't know what exactly they call it, right? Courses. But I think as it gains more exposure and you start seeing more projects and you start seeing more of these tokens appearing, I think it's going to be really exciting to see how that really takes off, because I always say you guys have a really passionate, supportive community. You really do. You're all very active, you know, and it's a genuine community. I want to highlight that too, because I know I've said before that a lot of projects have like communities that they buy or rent, right? Like you guys are an actual community. It's rare and it's nice to see. Mm-hmm.
So speaking of community, I want to jump in here, and I know that Soren is just itching to talk, so I'm going to pose this like it's a question for him, but this is a good one because we can say yes. Can you tell me if there are any current COTI use cases in medical? Thank you, from Monty89 on X. That's for you, Soren.
Medical, yeah. Some might say it's a bit of a stretch, but there's something called the vaccine portal, which is basically companies tracking vaccine doses as they travel around the world. These doses, these vaccines have to be shipped at specific temperatures and under specific conditions to make sure they arrive in a proper condition to be injected into people. And that could be COVID vaccines, that could be vaccines for infants, all sorts of vaccines. So this vaccine portal, there's a company called Statwig, Statwig alone is responsible for about 200 million doses of vaccines per year for transporting them. And they actually use garbled circuits to report back to a central hub, I think every 30 minutes, the location, the temperature, the whatever details they take from these vaccines, and they do it for literally for each vial. So each vial has a number or a barcode, and so you can track each and every vial from the factory to its end destination, and it's all done with garbled circuits, because obviously this is sensitive information, and don't want to share it with everyone. Yeah, it's not everyone's business.
And if you wanted to hear more about that, you could scour COTI's X account and look for the latest COTI Connect, which was the 10th edition. I got to talk to one of the guys from Statwig, and where they talk about their cold chain compliance. And they have a partnership with UNICEF, and their protocol, or their product that they're using for garbled circuits has actually been recognized as a UN public good. And so I asked him, could you tell us a little bit more about that? And he goes into detail about that. So that was a super cool interview, and I think he's up for about 15 minutes. So check that out if you wanted to hear more about that. But that is just kind of like the first public medical use case that has been announced anyways. We know that there's a lot of other things we know that there's a lot of other things in the pipeline, but Soren and I aren't privy to that kind of stuff. So, but they've been hinting to
really
us that
we really aren't. I know you guys are thinking something else now, but we really aren't.
Yeah, but it's kind of been, conveyed to us that there are more nuggets like that coming. So,
yeah, and I think on the issue, on the subject of Statwig, I'm led to believe that we're doing a use case video, because this is not something that you can go and look up the vaccine portal and you will get some information about it, and there's a website, but you can't see the actual thing where it registers and where it crunches all this data. So I think there will be a use case video on that, which will be very useful, because there's a lot of these things, and it's sort of in the nature. It's the nature of the beast. Privacy. confidentiality. This means there's a lot of things we can tell you that they're using garbled circuits, but we can't just point you to a place where you can go and look at it. Yeah, because it's private. That's because they want to keep it that way.
An often, but not recently, but often contributor to COTI Confidential, Alex Knotts on X. Come and talk to us sometime soon, Alex. Miss having you on the show. Any talks between COTI and Chainlink? Now, most of you listening probably know that COTI and Chainlink are partners, and I believe COTI is still using their Oracle. I forget if it's just JED or Treasury. But yeah, this is where we get to speculate a little bit, and I'll just open it up to anybody who wants to talk.
I mean, after I saw their tweet, it was like spot on what COTI is building. So I don't know. It seems too close not to be real. You know, like it's exactly what we're doing.
My honest opinion on this is that Chainlink will offer CK, FHE, Ts, and garbled circuits. Yeah, Chainlink can't go all in on one. Can't even go all in on garbled circuits. It's got to have a little bit of everything. Yeah, the whole point of being Chainlink is that you got to make sure everyone links up. So. And whether this happens through a setup similar or like Axelar or in Axelar, because Axelar probably goes live in 6 to 8 weeks, or whether it happens in a separate manner, I don't know. But personally, without having any specific information, I'm quite sure Chainlink is not going to sit that one out, and neither are we.
Isn't it interesting seeing everybody, Coinbase, Chainlink, the list goes on and on. Everybody's now is like, oh yeah, we're going to do that too. We're going to do that too. It's so nice to be here and go, hey, if you want to do it with us. Right. So it's nice to have those things going. There was another
question
one here.
For Jen. One question for Jen.
Hold on. Hold on. Let's go back to Monty 89 here. I'm driving the bus right now. No, but it's funny, Monty. Yeah, like good point. When COTI V2 was first announced, before we really had too much information on it, that was some of the most logical use cases that people were coming up with, right? Were medical use cases, right? Where you could, basically look at all this data without divulging sensitive information, but being able to see, and it often comes to vaccines, but even viruses and stuff. So I don't know if you wanted to say anything else, any of you, before we moved on from Monty's awesome comment, but I mean, garbled circuits is just so perfect for this.
Just a general comment that COTI is looking very consciously for use cases in every single vertical. Yeah. So the Statwick one with the vaccine portal, that's sort of like logistics or infrastructure, and I'm sure Brad and Joshua are looking for something which is even more medical, more pharmaceutical.
COTI Unity had a really good. I'm going to see if I still have the video embedded in here, but he had a really good example saying like just one big hospital or one nation, bringing on garbled circuits so that nation could safely share and confidentially share medical information. That I forget what nation he took, but like it was just COTI Unity's arguments are always so compelling, right? So I'm hoping to have him back very soon, but yes, absolutely. Anything protected by GC, especially something like this, would make it better. These are great comments, Monty. Thanks for coming. And I'm just going to jump back to Alex Knotts to cap off this Chainlink thing. And he says Chainlink as an oracle can bring in off-chain data. Really cool. So anybody else have anything for Chainlink before we move on to Soren's question for here to DeFi?
No.
All right, let it rip, Soren.
Right. I don't know. It's a really quick question because Shahaf, one of the recent interviews he did, or maybe it was the COTI monthly news thing, the COTI show. He mentioned Bancor switching on privacy as well. Now, Bancor is obviously several different components. And I don't imagine that Carbon DeFi would be using garbled circuits. Are there any of the other components that would be, Jen? Do you know?
So I am not super into this conversation just because this is more developers and engineers. But from what I recall, the ARB fast lane. So we mostly speak about Carbon DeFi being on COTI, but Carbon DeFi is accompanied by the ARB fast lane. This kind of acts as the built-in solver system or the arbitrage bot on COTI as alongside Carbon DeFi. And while Carbon DeFi, while you're creating orders and strategies and things, you're immune to sandwich attacks. I believe the ARB fast lane is still open to them. So if I'm not mistaken, if I recall, and please don't quote me, but I believe this is where this is going to come into play is right now, the ARB fast lane is one of, if not the most advanced arbitrage infrastructures, right? But because it is transparent and anybody can see the trades that it's going to make, you know, miners can front run that. And so this could be a potential issue. If it's not already, I don't know. But I believe this is where, you know, this can come into play. So I'm not sure if it's Carbon DeFi directly or if it's the ARB fast lane, but we have the two products on COTI. And so I tend to lean more towards the ARB fast lane, but that might be an asymmetric love question for Mark, maybe. So we'll find out.
I love the symbolism there and the referencing. That is so cool. I was saying to Soren after our recent stream where we had Mark live, I said, you know, I feel sorry for Jen because it's like when she's sitting beside that guy, how much does she get to talk, right? And what I said to Soren is like, I love opening it up to Jen because obviously most of the time she just has to sit beside Mark, but when you talk to her, like she's no slouch, right? So it's great to have you here today.
Yeah.
I'm not saying without Mark, but you know, it is fun to kind of be able to hear from you once in a while too. So thank you
Mark,
for being here.
No, I'm so glad that you guys invited me. Thank you. Mark is
I didn't.
Well, I came for Soren anyway. So Mark is one of the most intelligent people I have ever come across, especially when it comes to liquidity and DeFi in general, right? I mean, I don't know who else reads the COTI white paper on his spare time when he needs a break from whatever he's working on, right?
What a geek. Wow.
Nerd. But he's also very technical, right? So he's been my mentor for a long time. So I enjoy, as much as I might not be able to talk, I enjoy listening to him and kind of absorbing everything I can and then breaking it down the best way that I can. Like in our channels, a lot of the time, Mark will answer a question and then I'll answer it right after him, or we'll answer the same question because we have such different ways of explaining things. So for anybody who is a more advanced user, they'll understand his explanation and his answer for it. Anybody who might be a little bit newer to DeFi or a little bit unfamiliar with these sorts of features or practices, I will tend to be more of that, like layman's terms, the Eli 5 sort of, you know, here's the more approachable explanation while still being transparent, because I like to be straightforward with any of the risks or anything like that, right? Like I'm not your marketing person that's going to put lipstick all over it and pretend it's pretty all the time. Like that's not the case with, well, I play with lipstick, but I don't mean like on sorts of different features, right? So yeah, I mean, I love being alongside him, but it is nice to just join and just hang out, you know?
I'm wondering if you guys
referencing
saw
today, Jen.
I'm wondering if you guys saw the teaser from Privex on what privacy will look like on that platform.
I did not.
I've seen it.
They're killing it though. They're doing
They,
really, really well.
they are, and when you see this, it's literally, Jen, it's a toggle. You want privacy on, off or on, and when you
That's
toggle it on, you get this green thing going around the screen and a little box saying you're now protected, and then your whole screen has a green border, and you're now trading private. It is
That's
wicked.
awesome. That's the way that it should be, right? Like
Yeah.
it should be that simple. And I hate the word simple in DeFi. I really do, because I think that as much as people say it's simple, it's simple, it's simple, there's all these underlying, like behind the scenes sort of things that we really should be aware of. But something like that toggle where you can turn privacy on and off, this is exactly what Aureus was saying too. You know, it's like this black box. You can turn it on, you can turn it off. It's not required that you do this, but it is an option, and it's there for those who may have it required of them, right? I think it's great. I didn't see that, but I'm excited for them to offer that. Tracer is simple.
Did you see it, Purple? Did you see it? Otherwise, maybe I'll repost it again tonight.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's really beautiful how easy it is.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, it blew my mind. I had never imagined it was that they had made it that simple.
All right. We can't talk about it this much without spinning it up. There it is. Right there. Pretty slick, eh?
What do you think, Jen? You're still here? She froze.
Oh, she's crashed out. Now we can talk about her. Okay, I want to go back to one of these comments here. It was from Chris. Where is it? Comments look great today again, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, so here's something. Okay, so can garbled circuits be layered into any blockchain or financial platform? And are there any that it can't? So here's something that Soren and I struggled with big time as an ambassador when we were doing our business development duties. It was like, so we're looking for leads and we're talking to people, and it was such a niche thing that it kind of, we needed that like upper level oversight for it. So, this is the beauty of privacy on demand. And if you talk to anybody from COTI right now, it's very, very complicated, and they are working diligently to make it happen, but it's very, very difficult. So I don't think any one of us can answer that straight up. And I think, and because I think how you're asking this, you're asking garbled circuits EVM, right? You're not just asking like the theoretical garbled circuits, right? So I mean, Soren and I want to say, yes, there's always a way, but is it practical, right? I'll let you hit that for a minute, Soren, but that's just, that's my take on it.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, it was in a slightly different context, but I asked Guy Masika the question. So he's our senior, he's the VP and head of all development. And Guy basically said, yeah, no problem. In principle, no problem. But understand that when you go from COTI to another project, even if it's an EVM project, even if it's an Ethereum-based project, you are still going to have a whole infrastructure, a whole network of smart contracts. It's not just one or two smart contracts. It's a bit more than that. And I can imagine, I know almost for a fact that that's why the Axelar integration has taken so long, because this has been literally done for the first time. We've never done it. Nobody's done it before. So there's been lots of little things that needed to be ironed out. So it is quite complicated, but in theory, yes, it's possible. Yeah, there isn't a chain that we can't reach with this technology, but depending on what language they build in, it might be more or less complicated, because it is an infrastructure of smart contracts that need to work together.
The way I understand it, at least for transactions, for example, with Solana, you'd have a wrapped version on COTI, and you'd bridge the Solana from the Solana network to COTI. You transfer it privately, and then it would go on the other side without knowing where it came from, and without that privacy. But I could be wrong. So, and I don't know how it would work on Solana side.
You're saying, when you say bridge, you're saying the data, right? Not necessarily like
the data, yeah.
Yeah, because I think people will hear bridging and they'll start going like, wait a minute, that's not what we were promised. But yeah. Jan, if you got such great comments, why don't you just jump in and show us how awesome you are? And then maybe I will show the Crafter Marketplace in the next little bit. That was another big thing that we got yesterday. Wow. It feels like more than a day, but the much anticipated Crafter Marketplace went live, and it is beautiful and very smooth. I did a transaction yesterday in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. That's crazy, man. Awesome. Okay, let's say you want to build a new Poly market on Solana. You will not be able to encrypt the first transaction from Phantom to the smart contract on Solana. That the user will do before encrypting the result of the oracle in COTI. No, I was just kidding, man. I think we get what you mean, but if you were here talking about it, it'd be so much better, right?
No, but yeah, I mean, I don't understand at all what he said, but it goes back to this. It goes back to this whole infrastructure of smart contracts that you need to have in place when you go cross-chain. So it very quickly gets very complicated, but not impossible. And once you've done it, you can of course start to replicate it with just minor adjustments. Yeah, but we've had lots of people asking, why is this taking so long? And well, first of all, we launched 7-8 months ago, and secondly, building this stuff is not always straightforward, and especially not when no one's done it before.
Some comments here about Privex.
I was finally able to unmute. That looked really good, by the way.
It looked great, didn't it? Didn't that just
great.
look amazing and simple?
I was frozen and I couldn't unmute, and I was trying to Command D is what my screen was telling me. I don't know. Oh, I love you too. That was really sweet. Thank you. You guys were talking about blockchains, right? What's up with Plume? Didn't Plume integrate COTI? Was that the garbled circuits? Tell me, right? Because I know they're asking about all blockchains, but we are seeing some blockchains that are already doing this, right? Completing this process. Or am I mistaken?
Plume has not gone live yet, but the integration is in process. It's not for all of Plume. As I recall, it was for a certain part of Plume operations.
Okay. Nice to see it in the works, though.
Absolutely.
How far out is that?
We'll claim it as out.
You should.
A lot of these, I think, a lot of these more complicated integrations, they require probably the Helium hard fork. We don't know quite what's in the Helium hard fork, other than it's supposed to be the final step before fully switch on everything, sort of.
It's kind of funny when you think about it. Like when you're on the community side, you're always asking for alpha, and then when you get some, it's always like when, why is this taking so long? But then when you're on this side of it, you realize how long these things actually do take. You know, like to have one of these integrations from start to finish and to have different things audited if they're changing anything in the contracts, right? Like it's not a quick process as much as we would want it to be, and we always want it to be. I always have to try to like explain that to the community members and remember that I was once there and really eager and wanting to see these things come to fruition. But just because they're not there yet or announced doesn't mean that they are not in the works and haven't been in the works for some, you know, solid amount of time, because they really do take some time. Oh, we're going to see Crafter.
When
I'm
there's
sorry,
money
Purple
involved,
Owl.
We just want to know what Mark's working on, honestly.
What were you saying, Purple?
when it's money involved, it's much better to be slow and safe than have anything tragic happen.
100%. I
The
think
delay,
community
any
members,
delay, it's
yeah,
understood. Yeah.
they want it to be safe, so slow and steady is good because they are going to have their money there, right? But then they're
Yeah.
token holders, so slow and steady isn't so much fun anymore because we want news and we want the token to pump. So it's kind of like you got to find that balance of the two, really, as a community member, and remember to, like, you know, weigh them both. Sorry, let's see Crafter. I see.
Eli sure
comment
likes XRP, eh? He's always got to get his like soft shill in there. I love it. Did you see that one? Yeah. Remember when he used to come talk to us? That was cool. Jen, did you see this yet?
missed
Did
it.
you look at this?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm glad that we're able to see it now, like on the big screen. Let's go through this.
What about you, Purple? Have you taken a look at all yet?
Oh yeah, I've already used it. I was I was first there when Jan sent the message. I was refreshing the page.
Super, like, because until now it's been really hard to navigate NFTs on COTI Scan, right? So this is a great way to look at it. Check this out, Jen. Even Carbon Strategy
there we
showed up
go.
here.
We got the carbon
Obviously.
strategy.
I don't think you can trade them though.
Obviously, they're not tradable, but yeah,
Yeah.
Well, maybe
So-
eventually. You can send them to another wallet, though. I'm not sure you can trade them.
I mean,
Maybe
you
we'll
could
get
just
with Jan
copy
and talk
them.
about
There's no point trading them.
Well,
Yeah,
each of your strategy is actually like your NFT is your strategy.
Yeah.
So it's not like, you know, just symbolic of the fact that you have a strategy. Like if you were to send your NFT to another wallet, that is the wallet now that controls your strategy on Carbon DeFi.
yeah, the parameters
never
are there,
tried it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is awesome.
So
This
cool.
has been a long time in the works. I've really been looking forward to this. I remember when the first teaser came out. And I think you kind of
Yeah.
forced it, Tracer. I don't even think he was ready to give the teaser yet. I think you kind of put him on the spot and
He's
made
weird
him.
like that. What can I say about him? I'm gonna maybe does this display a little better for you like this, eh? You can still see that, okay, guys?
yeah.
Big enough? Yeah. So, Crafter works a little bit differently. I'm not fully prepared to give all the way it works. It works a little bit differently than your standard like OpenSea and Blur, but I've been able to play with it, make offers, accept offers, sell things. It's been super fun.
You didn't accept my offer.
Which one was that now? What was it for?
For you and Prince.
Oh, yeah, that's on a different wallet. You could. It's too bad I wasn't on that wallet. I would have.
Probably
I
because
would have given into the peer
lowballed
pressure.
the price a little bit.
Did you?
Probably.
I have another NFT for sale, and it's pretty cheap. It's only 1 million COTI. So whoever wants that, you can go ahead and buy it. But yeah, what can I say about this other than it's awesome. It finally gives us a complete look at everything NFT on COTI.
But it looks like it's not just a complete look of like the NFTs on COTI. Like you could browse the collections I see and then create your own. So you can actually create your own here as well, right?
Yeah,
You're not
absolutely.
Just marketplace.
Yeah, you can still so yeah, active collections you can mint right here. It's going to pop up a different window so you won't see it.
I
But
just saw what that was.
yeah, and
collection.
so Eli was asking me today if Soren had a tip jar. Theoretically, this would be his tip jar right here. And I
Soren, this is
think what this
fantastic.
does is, yeah, and holding one of these unlocks a real picture of his feet, which I will send to you. You just got to prove ownership, because I do have pictures of his feet in case anybody needs them.
Why?
This is like actually true. Don't get too
This
excited.
is getting slightly embarrassing now.
Well, hey man, you know it's blockchain, bro. It's there forever.
It is.
Who's this guy? Is this really your dad?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't
Tracer,
even
have you
know. I don't
created
even
your
know
own
who's
yet?
behind the account. I don't even. There was basically somebody set up a Mr. Jensen Senior X account, and slacking off everyone and everything.
I thought Agent Zero was a Tracer.
Yeah, I own this one. I created these, but I'm not him.
Oh,
Somebody
yeah.
ran with it.
Somebody ran with it and set up an X account. Probably Stephanos.
Well, see, I don't know if Steph's trying to throw me off or not, but he has his own suspicions on who it is. And I thought you told me it was you. So
No.
This person is.
I didn't do that.
No, I know, but I thought you had. So for a while, I thought it was you. You know what I mean? And then it got crazy, and I was like, okay, maybe not. So I'm sure that person is $20 is $20. I'm sure that person is watching this stream right now. So that's gonna be fun to wait until they slip up. But yeah, you can browse it by collections that have listings, so that you can more quickly find things that are for sale.
I actually bought
interestingly,
some Pango miners today. There were a few of them on sale.
Yeah, there's been a lot of Pango miners going. What's interesting
I
about
love what
Crafter
Pango
Market,
is doing. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they're really
No.
active, aren't they?
I'd like to hear it. Jen. Go for it.
No, I don't want to bring it away from Crafter. We can talk about Pango after. I just see what they're doing to support like the actual blockchain itself, right? Like it's more than just, it's not like they just created this sort of meme coin, right? Nothing against meme coins at all. But you can see, like, and I had a call with them, you could just see that they have this vision, and then they didn't just choose to deploy a project or, you know, create a project or launch a token on COTI. Like they are a big supporter of COTI, and it's really cool to see. Like that seems to be a lot of what you guys are seeing on your chain, which I think is fantastic. It's a lot of longtime community members, longtime supporters who now have the opportunity to really become involved on another level. And I think it's cool too that they had created the different sorts of strategies to make the, what is it, TPS 001? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
For the COTI earn, you know, tradable on chain as well. I think that that's just neat to give it another sort of, you know, users another option. If you don't want to hold on to this, you can trade it, you can create your own strategy. It's nice. And then to be supporting, like I know they had done it for Crafter as well, and for some of the different NFT projects that were going live on COTI, anybody who owned this NFT or anybody who had a strategy, they were airdrop this. And it's really just a way to kind of bring the community together and involved, and to get them interacting on chain in different ways that they weren't before. I'm a fan of what they're doing, and like the actual, like how obvious it is to me that they have this vision to really long-term support the chain itself, you know? So
It absolutely, it looks like they're really following through on it. It's, you know, whenever I see anything like that, of course, in the beginning, I'm like super skeptical, and I didn't honestly know if it would still be around. So it is interesting to watch what they're doing. So yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying.
I saw them come out, and they were posting, and, you know, behind the Bancor X account, I didn't want to just start reposting it, because in a way, you know, so I reached out myself and just said, hey, you know, I saw that you were posting this, and can we get on a call? And I introduced myself and they introduced themselves and they were fantastic. And I think that's where a lot of that comes from, was actually being able to have that sort of conversation with them, seeing their involvement. You know, I really don't think, I would be very surprised if they went anywhere anytime soon. I see them here for like long-term supporting the chain for sure.
And it still amazes me to this day how many questions we get every week. What can you actually do on COTI network? Is there anything even here? Is there anything working? And you know, I always give 2 or 3 examples, and Pengo launching all these things on Carbon DeFi is one of them, and Crafter is another one. There's tons of things you can do on COTI network, and now finally, thank God, we have a few people who are actually showing the rest of the community how to do this. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's nice when you have that effect, right? Like it's you. Everybody's asking you, and you kind of give your 2 or 3 examples, and then where do we all go? Oh, and then you see the community starting to chime in. You know, like it's nice to have that. It's not just 1 or 2 people, but now they're seeing it for themselves.
And for me, Pengo actually got me involved with carbon strategies. Like when I saw it on my wallet, I made one of the first strategies for Pengo and COTI, and I just kept going from there.
That's very cool. I'm sure they'd be happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. I'm
Yeah,
glad
I mean,
that you
I spoke
enjoyed
a
it
little bit with him on Telegram about it.
Mm-hmm. He seems super, super cool. Super cool. What are we looking at? I didn't mean to distract us from Crafter. I'm enjoying looking at the marketplace as well.
Yeah, no problem. Let's just quickly jump into Eli's comments here, because he's got a lot.
Okay.
And this is something that I've said about Crafter, but isn't it going to be neat that eventually it's very possible that we see nodes licenses being traded on Crafter's marketplace, right?
Oh yeah,
And Eli's talking about land title NFTs. Sorry, go ahead, Purple.
I've been saying that on Telegram for so long. I would love to see them on Crafter. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be there when they launch.
Yeah. Eli talks a lot about the market structure build. Maybe one day he'll actually come talk to us live about it, but I guess we'll have to see. And yes, you absolutely have to build the foundation before you build the house, kind of like what COTI did with V2 over 2 years ago.
Yeah, and just as a side remark, I know that COTI ship, he's already 6-7 steps ahead on this crafter marketplace. He is already thinking about all sorts of use cases along the lines of what you guys are talking about and what Eli is suggesting. The COTI node licenses, that whole license sale will probably be managed by someone else. But I'm quite sure that when we start trading the licenses at some point, they'll trade seamlessly on the crafter marketplace. Why not?
Like I said, last night I tested it. It was 10 seconds. Like, I did not speed up that video. And even Jan was freaking out about that. Gigabrain. Maybe Rix is the one with the Gigabrain. You're just a brain.
I'm actually surprised Jan is not here for his launch.
Well, he's coming on Sunday, so this was kind of like a surprise. So
we have this huge NFT special on Sunday, where we're going to dedicate pretty much the whole Sunday podcast program to NFT projects. And I got to tell you guys, little teaser from here. I had the pleasure of doing a little review on one of them today. It's going to blow your minds. Some of the stuff that's coming is absolutely insane. Not just NFTs, but you actually gotta switch that Gigabrain on.
You know what's fun about NFTs?
Really clever stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Are you not going to tell us anything? Seriously?
Yeah, I can't.
Who was it? Who are you talking to? Tell
Maurice.
us. This is COTI confidential. You're allowed to blow the alpha, man. It's okay.
Yeah, no, I think Maurice has agreed that we will talk a little bit about it on Sunday.
Sorry, Jen. We stepped on you. Go ahead.
No, you didn't. I think I interrupted. Sorry.
What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say NFTs. You know, I was always so much more like DeFi, right? Like the finance end of it. But NFTs, I really got into a few years ago with my son, and this was when I was really active on Avalanche. We wound up minting chickens. I was like, this is cool. There's like tri-tokenomics, and you know, I explained it to him, and who doesn't want a chicken, right? So we wound up minting a few. We wound up with one of the legendaries, and for a good while, it was one of the biggest sales on Avalanche for NFTs. Like, you just never know.
So fun.
I have such a collection of NFTs because I just love the art, right? And so it's just kind of like, this is great to pass on to with my son. We chose some different pieces together. But then you wind up, you know, like sometimes they add these tokenomics to it, and it winds up, you know, crossing into DeFi a little bit. And I feel like that's really interesting. I hope to see some of the NFT projects on COTI, if they haven't already, possibly look into that a little bit as well. It just adds another element, another layer of involvement for users and stuff. But yeah, I'm a fan of NFTs. I think this is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to Sunday's show where you guys have it dedicated to them.
I love NFTs too, but a little while ago we had a snapshot into how much ETH we had consumed on OpenSea, and that scared the crap out of me.
Did you look?
I pumped in more than 7. It was like 7.23 ETH in just gas fees. Let alone the NFTs there, right? That's 2020, 21, 7.2 something, 7.23, 7.21. Crazy. So it makes you feel a little bit sick, but yeah. That's what's so fun about trading them on COTI right now, because yeah, there's nothing that's like super valuable yet, but you can just transfer and mint, and the fees are literally fractions of a penny. So it's super cool.
It's so nice. I remember doing stuff on Ethereum when it was like $500 or $600, and I'm like, ugh. Yeah, it's not fun. Pennies are great.
Ask me how much those NFTs are worth now.
I haven't looked at those NFTs that I have. I haven't looked at the amount of gas that I spent on them or like getting them. Nothing.
Nothing.
They're too fun though.
Nothing.
It's fun. It's nice to have them, right?
Yeah, it is fun. So one thing that's interesting, talking NFTs, one thing that's interesting with Crafter is that not yet, so far anyways, not every single NFT accepts offers. If you own the NFT, you have to go in and say, you know what, I will accept offers on this. So that's kind of interesting because, I mean, if you have a couple NFTs that are super sought after, you will get spammed with offers sometimes. I think now OpenSea has or had something that you could not allow them to send you offers under a certain threshold. But so if you want to accept offers on something, you need to toggle that from your wallet. But you can, like I was showing you before, you can search everything with that either is open to offers, has active offers, or it has listings. And when it'll open those collections for you to show you the collections that are eligible. And when you open the collection up, you can again toggle it here to show only the listed items. But yeah, pretty smooth, super cool. And I am working on a breakdown that I am going to send out soon.
That's it was very clean. The presentation of it is very clean. Yeah, I really like it. They did a very good job.
And not as a diss, but it's in a good way. It's very simple to use and so fast.
I don't feel like that would be a diss at all, that it's simple to use. I think that's kind of what everybody hopes for, right? Especially when you're like buying an NFT. $3. We're
gonna pretend that that's a price prediction from Eli. So you all heard it first. $3. $3 Bancor.
Hey, speaking of Eli, I saw in the comments and I didn't comment, but he's doing something in the hospital. So I hope everything is okay with you or whoever you happen to be there with. I hope it all works out well for you, Eli.
Absolutely. Prayers and thoughts, Eli.
So did we move? Did we?
Putting
Did we?
up a $3 target for COTI. That's FUD. Lettuce hands. There's all sorts of nasty words I can come up with. That's not bullish enough for Pump Day. Not for the Pump Day special.
Today is Pump Day. Okay, guys, if we missed any of your comments, you can either resend them or maybe we answered it. I know there's some that I didn't bring up, but I think we kind of answered, so I'm not bringing them up. And I guess we're at the hour, and I have a feeling that Soren needs to shut down the stream.
No, I'm good. I want to hear Purple's price target. What's your target, Purple?
For
put him on the
COTI,
spot.
I mean, I really don't have a target. I just take profits here and there, buy here and there. I'll never be out. I'll never be all in, you know. I have my own strategy. I just follow it.
Wise move. So what are we going to see over the weekend, guys? Is this going to continue, or we're going to get some retracement tomorrow, or what do you think, Tracer? You're the technical expert here.
Well, look, Tracer's strategy is always, if I can't see it on the weekly, I don't get too excited. I'm excited about what we're building. I know that the charts haven't looked good until today. And I mean, really, we got a lot of work to do still on charts. But getting to see what Joshua and Shahaf are doing, right? And the good doctor, as you call him, right? Dr. Avishai. You know, those building blocks, it's unbelievable what they're doing. And not that Soren and I get much more insight as to what they're doing, but we do get to talk to Joshua a couple times a month, and he is so inspirational, right? So they're bringing all the right people together. They're in the right rooms. Joshua really has the ears of the right people. And yeah, but for me, it's all about the weekly. And when we can start seeing it there, then I'll be really excited. But I mean, my strategy has not changed. I'm here for multiple dollars. I'm here for staking and passive income. And that's the plan. I don't really sell chunks of my bag. I'm looking to sell rewards when things get crazy, and that's the strategy for me.
And I'm not selling anything until I can buy a node license. That's for sure. And another thing, I think you guys should definitely have Stefanos in one of those live stream. When it comes to market, he's the most knowledgeable from what I
Dude, that guy, I talk to him every day. I talk to him every day, all day long. And I want to strangle him because I've been trying to get him on. I've been trying to get him on a stream since COTI podcast episode number 2, which goes back to 2023. I'm telling you. And back then I was hard on him, and that was just voice. And now that we're video and now face reveal, no, he won't do it. We were just talking about it today. But maybe, I don't know.
He doesn't have to face reveal, though, right?
He already has. He always yeah, we know what he looks like. He's
a pretty boy. No. He's a pretty boy.
Nah, he's a very good looking dude. Yeah,
pretty young man.
Yeah, but it's just we were just talking about today how if you say it live, it's real and it happens. So it takes some guts, I guess. But we just got to get him to a real event, Maybe get him to Bangkok or Ibiza or something, and we'll just not give him a choice.
You mentioned Ibiza a couple times. What's going on with Ibiza? This is for when you reach your price target and the yacht party I saw, or is this something you guys are planning now? What's up?
Ibiza has long been the community party once we see multiple dollars in price.
Yeah.
It's been kind of a community meme for at least 3 years now. So
nice. And
2026 was always my target for Ibiza. I think there was maybe a 2024 and 5 target for some people, but yeah. So that maybe even 21, but no, Ibiza's been in the cards for us for a few years, and that's where we're supposed to go. And Kev's gonna host the party. Haven't talked to you for a while, Kev. I hope you hear this.
Nah, I'm too old for that. Well, I'll be there, but I'm too old.
Soren.
I'm too old
You're
for
gonna
Ibiza.
be
What
there.
can I do there? What can I do there?
Oh,
I'm
sure
gonna
you
eat
could find
tacos with
plenty of
Mark.
trouble to get into, Soren.
Yeah, actually, Mark and I, we will go find a place where they sell tacos, and we can listen to ABBA.
He's been talking about how he wants to get tacos with you, Soren.
Who cares about Soren? That's crap.
It was him and Tracer who ate all that 24 tacos.
Listen,
I was sharing.
It was more like
quesadillas
16.
With you, Jen.
Yes,
more
we
like
were
16.
sharing.
So yeah, Mark, listening to Mark talk, like I can listen to him talk all day. Usually when somebody like gets super technical and stuff, it kind of like I just kind of tune out. But Mark kind of comes back with like this. The way he brings things back is very interesting to me. Anyway, so I liked him before, but when I really fell in love with him was when we went out for tacos that night in Bangkok, right? And he's sitting there, and the guy who like it's server and cook, right? Very small restaurant. And he goes, "Yeah, we'll have one of each." And the guy's like, "Oh, you want? So do you want? What do you want? This? No. If it's on the menu, we want one of every single taco you have." And I'm telling you, I was just sitting at the table like this, looking at him, man. What a beautiful human. I love that guy forever.
That is the smallest restaurant I've ever been in. It wasn't honestly, it wasn't a restaurant. We were sat in that kitchen, weren't we?
It was how
Pretty
many,
much.
how many of us were there? Maybe 8?
I think 8 of us, yeah.
Yeah, there was, and just by fluke, the Yaru guys showed up. We weren't even going together.
That's right. So it was maybe 8 or 9 of us, something like that. And that one of everything on the menu was only for like 6 of us, I think. And then they ordered on top of that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did. Oh yeah, it was just me and Mark. But the best part is that he forgot the order. So me and Mark are looking around. Everybody else is getting our food, and we're just like, "What the hell? We just ordered the whole restaurant. We get nothing." Mark's the best.
You guys got nothing. I got my
Daddy
quesadilla.
Mark.
Oh Lord.
Dr. Daddy Mark.
I'm gonna make sure
he's
he
the best
sees
man.
this.
He's
fantastic.
I'll clip it for sure.
You were definitely
I'm gonna clip
googly
it for
eyed.
sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the comments because it's getting hot in here. Price and adoption are not connected. I think there's so many people that would show up with torches and pitchforks if you said that in public. But price comes from market promises. Again, it's almost like you're inviting it. Mark's going to be there. That's good, Mark. Mark is going to, I think, Mark, are you coming this Sunday and bringing the COTI Beasts with you? Mark's got an NFT project.
I hope so.
Wait for Powell to print the trillions. Sound like somebody else I know talking like that. Bring him on. Eli's not scared.
No.
Well, I don't know. Well, are we good here? Are we good?
I think-
Was this secret stream totally awesome? Can you hear my air fryer in the background? That thing is like so loud, man. Crazy.
No, what do you got going?
What are
don't
you
know.
frying?
I have no idea. I'm in here. The kids are out there.
Sounds like a vacuum.
Sounds like an airplane. It's like a dual drawer, and it's when both of them start spinning, man. It's crazy in here. It's not very
It
relaxing.
doesn't sound that loud. It's almost like a light humming. It could be to kind of like white noise, to allow you to focus.
It's terrible.
I got to say, when I clicked the link, I didn't know what I was joining. I didn't know you guys were live. I'm glad I did join and talk with you.
We're glad.
So we
were
tricked
glad
you.
you
That's
came
awesome.
Also,
Yeah. And I'm glad to be part of the COTI community.
Do
We're
join
glad to
us
have
on
you, man. So-
Sunday, and always no problem to come up on stage, Purple. We want as many as possible, please.
Yeah.
Now I'm really starting to think that Paul hacked your account. Maybe that's why you guys don't get along, because you're too similar.
Look, I tried to talk with
And-
the guy. I never understand his. I don't want to talk about it.
Sorry, I was addressing the comment. I wasn't throwing that at you,
Oh.
buddy.
Okay, sorry.
No problem. Mark's not going to be there, but we'll take a look at COTI Beast even without you, bro. So maybe we'll get you some mints.
We'll take a look at everything.
So what's next for Bancor before you go, Jen? Before we kick you out of here.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm waiting on the same things you guys are. I want to see what Mark's been working on. I want to have him finish that up. Preparation for DevConnect. Obviously, we're going to, be in Argentina.
Wow.
So I made that
so jealous.
announcement. I think Mark is going to. I'm not going to be going, but a bunch of the guys are going. Mark is going to be. I've been speaking with Yaru, actually. So Mark is going to be flying in a little bit early. So he's going to be participating in their event on the 15th. So that's nice. Yeah. Our fast lane has been doing really well. I just put an announcement out the other day that it did, God, I forget what it was, something % more than it did the previous week on COTI. It was really took off a lot. I don't know what was going
popping,
on.
Eh?
I
COTI,
have an
but
explanation for what was going on. There was a lot of volume between COTI and GCOTI.
Whatever it was COTI and GCOTI. There was a lot more activity last week than the previous week, which is great. I mean, everybody's becoming more active, But go ahead.
I think someone's been mopping up a few million G-COTI.
Yeah, when the API went up, some there was big buys of GCOTI.
Yeah.
It's Mark said it was him. I see it in the comments. Yeah. Well, Mark,
165%. 165%.
165% increase last week versus the previous week. And it's not like the previous week was, dull or lame in any sort of way either. I mean, it's active. It just picked up something serious the, previous or the last week. So it was really nice to see. It's just nice to see when you go to newer blockchains, how they grow, and how much more active they become. You see these new projects that are starting, you see the community really starting to get involved. And then we can see it on our end as well, the number of strategies that are coming in. It was like the Earn program, right? That was announced and we saw some strategies coming in, then we saw some more strategies coming in, and now you're just seeing them coming in. And it's really nice to have that. Especially because I don't think a lot of, when we were talking to Pepper Creek, right? Minnesota, when he was first on one of the blockchain banters, he's like, I don't DeFi. I don't know much about DeFi. I'm a brand new user to it.
He's all over it now. He is
all over it now. He's amazing.
He's addicted.
He's awesome. He is awesome. But it's nice to see the chain growing, but then also the community growing along with it, It's really nice to see. And then, of course, our deployments and stuff becoming more active and really doing what they're supposed to be doing. So.
Love it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's very nice to see.
And that's exactly, by the way, what COTI Earn is supposed to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I see all this drama about Cardano and their lack of people being in DeFi. They got a gazillion stake pool operators. And not a single soul. Their DeFi is like a ghost city. They should do something like COTI Earn, but for Cardano, where they go in and actually reward people for using DeFi and all the other components of the ecosystem. It's perfect. Well, I really think COTI Earn has been one of the best ideas we've had or the team has had for a long time. I think it's worked very, very well. A couple of things we had to weed out, like bot farms and stuff like that. But really, it does exactly what it's supposed to. Generates interest in the ecosystem, shows people what's there.
And I got to say about the first season, it really incentivizes people to add liquidity to the COTI network.
Yeah,
which is it's a great first step.
I got distracted. Purple. I'm sorry. I was reading Mark's comment. I was no, God, you didn't cut me off. No, I saw Mark's comment pop up, and I thought, oh, that's sweet, and then I got distracted from your comment. Mark, I'm happy to hear that. Thank you. And Purple, I think you were saying that it gets people like in the actual ecosystem, involved in the ecosystem. I think that's what I like so much about it with COTI, is you see a lot of these chains that go live and they have these crazy incentive programs, and it's really just this sort of farming, right? Like they just go to the chain, they farm all of the rewards they possibly can, and then they go to the next chain that's going to be offering something similar. I think with COTI, what it really is you guys have that existing community and you have a loyal community. You just needed a little bit of a reason to really kind of start experimenting a little bit. And I think COTI Earn did a really good job of getting you guys like your feet wet, right? Like you're kind of dipping your toes a little bit into DeFi. You're kind of dipping your toes a little bit into the staking. Like it's nice. It's really nice the way that they did that. I think it was really geared towards the community and expanding the ecosystem, while not exploiting the sorts of rewards program that they're offering.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I've been saying, right? Like we finally have toys between Crafter and COTI Earn, and I'm hoping for way more creator tasks for this next season. But it's really like I'm really interested to see how long COTI Earn is a thing for.
And also the fact that we can trade the reward tokens before their claim, it's very beautiful. We're basically taking a guess on what the claim ratio is going to be at the end.
I think that's so cool. That was
not expecting them to be tradable. Sorry.
Well,
Jen,
I saw it on Carbon, and I was just waiting for somebody to add a strategy to it.
I think that was Pingo that did that.
I think
they
so
were
too.
posting about it, that they took their rewards and they created, strategies for it and kind of let it have its own sort of price discovery, or kind of figured out what they thought it might be and then just ran with it. I think it's super cool. That was what I was saying earlier, just the level of their involvement, right?
It is now the coolest thing ever, because people thinking out of the box and getting, doing things. Yeah, and this is what every ecosystem needs, and we're so lucky to have people like that.
And now that it's close to the end of the first season, we actually could have a good idea of what the ratio is going to be. And it will be interesting to see what the ratio is, what the difference between the ratio of the claim and the price on Carbon is going to be towards the end. And I expect at least more volume on that towards the end.
Well, the price is going to be whatever the users say it is, which I think it's actually kind of cool. You guys determine your own prices. Carbon just displays it for you. So, but it's nice. It's nice to see the community kind of like discovering this on its own,
Speaking of, Jen, I know we just did a stream with you and Mark, but it would be nice to have you to come on in the next couple of weeks and have you do the screen share and have you run Carbon DeFi, and not just me, fumbling all over it because I'm trying to run everything else on the stream.
I would love to do that.
Because I'm like these, and I say it over and over again, but range orders, it's just so much fun.
And the recurring orders. I think you like the recurring orders. You're like, my favorite.
Recurring orders.
Yeah, see, I knew it. I see your posts and stuff. I see all the posts, by the way, so thank you too. I see that you guys are also like involved in not just COTI itself and your own news, but supporting us also. So just to kind of thank the community here as well.
My favorite strategy is concentrated liquidity with a higher spread.
It's nice that you're able to create your own spread. People don't understand what that actually is.
Yeah.
It's almost similar
to a B tier or a spread, and then I'm like, that's your profit, guys. That's how much you want to make. Like this is your profit. Yeah, it's interesting that one's your favorite.
Well, it's similar to reoccurring. It's just
overlapping.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. But Tracer, I would love to, especially because we just redid the UI, and so to be able to do a walkthrough. I'm telling
you, I'm going to be like checking to see if that's a Paul alt soon. Like, this is unbelievable. No, sorry. Yeah. You redid it. Really? Have I seen that yet? I don't know. I have to go look.
redid the UI. Remember, I was talking about how we were revamping it? We did. And that went live not long ago. I was waiting to really make some noise about it, wanting to get some feedback from the. I'm frozen. Look at that.
You're okay.
Wanted to get some feedback from the community, see if there was any sort of anything we needed to kind of kinks to work out a little bit.
I think it's very smooth and nice. I think it's been live for about a week, hasn't it?
Yeah. Hold on. Hey, Mark, I'm on a COTI confidential call.
Hi, Mark.
I figured I'd answer real fast just because then you'd be like, wait, what? And it was in my ears, so sorry. But no, we just did. We just switched up the UI. We wanted to really kind of just give it this sort of facelift, right? And I think the product team, I think they did a really nice job with that, kind of making it a little bit more intuitive for users. What's super interesting about it is, you know, we had people posting that they loved the new features that were introduced with the new UI, but there were no new features. So yeah, I mean, which was
They
interesting,
found new stuff.
right? They found new things. And so for me, like, that's a win because, okay, good. Now all of a sudden they can actually make sense of the UI, you know, like the actual app in a way that they hadn't been able to before. They're thinking that these are new features and now they're experimenting with them. You know, it's a shame that it wasn't a little bit clearer before. They didn't see it before, but to now, like, this was a change for the positive, you know? So yeah, I would love to come back whenever you guys will have me and we can walk through it for sure. And I can take any questions from the community then.
And just for the record, Jen, I didn't fumble Carbon DeFi. I fumbled the snap, and I had to fix it. So I made a new video right after the live. So it had nothing to do with you. I would never do that to Carbon.
That's okay. I fumble pretty hard myself sometimes. I fell the other day, you guys. I fumbled that. I did. I know it was random, but I was having a lot of fun working here and I was listening to this song and it was so good. I had to get up and dance and I forgot there was a step going down into one of the rooms and I ate it hard. So don't worry about fumbling.
Hope you didn't hurt yourself so bad.
Oh, Soren, you're so
Sometimes
sweet.
your
I was really
comments,
just
man.
upset nobody was here to laugh with me. But thank you. I wasn't hurt.
Soren, do you have anything before we go that you want to that you wanted to add to this? I do have a hard stop coming right away.
Yeah. No, I think this was a spur of the moment thing. We wanted to celebrate the amazing levels of activity in the community all day long. It's been on fire. So we thought we would give that a little bit of a shout out and have a chit chat for an hour and a bit. So all good.
Well, we got Jen, and then we got to meet Purple, which was totally unexpected. We tricked him getting in here. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love
Thank
being
you
here.
guys. Purple, it was great to like actually be able to have a discussion with you and talk to you outside of the channels and things.
Yeah, me
And
too.
I'm happy to hear that you're enjoying Carbon DeFi.
Oh, I love
And
it.
thank you guys. Thank you guys for inviting me. Trace, I know it wasn't you, so that's more towards Soren. Thanks for inviting me, Soren. I'm happy to join you guys anytime.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for being here. And Soren, thank you for joining. Your weekly update, as always, is awesome. And I'm looking forward to having you recite it on Sunday. NFT Super Stream coming up at the same regular time on Sunday. We're expecting Jan and Maurice is going to be there, right?
Yeah, I think Maurice will be there.
And then I think I got some goodies from COTI Heroes. We'll talk Zodacraft and COTI Beasts and what is it? Tarot. What is it? The tarot one? The tarot card one? What is it called?
Zodiac.
No. There's another one. There's the
Quantum?
something. What's that?
Quantum Tarot, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Quantum
Tarot.
Tarot.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah. Zodiac.
Anyway,
Quantum.
so we'll cover them all. We'll cover them all on Sunday. Thank you for being here. And from Soren and I, from coast to coast and around the world, we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.
Stay
La 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 la. In the chains where shadows falter, Zcash clings to optional veils. ZK flickers weak, adoption low, transparent pools prevail. Majority flows exposed, hairspray crack the code with ease. Timing attacks and patterns bleed, anonymity brought to knees. Delisting stack from OKX to Binance, regulators close the gate. Exchanges flagging scrutiny mounts your privacy second rate. Zcash more like failed cash, we're so much better than you. COTI surges forward, garble circuits seal the core. 80 plus per second fly, multi-party computation soar. Programmable shields for DeFi, identities, learnings encrypted might. Selective disclosure audits, true compliance without the fight. No erosion from your pools, no hidden strings to unwind. Modular strength defies the leaks. Where Zcash falls behind, Zcash more like failed cash. We're so much better than you. 3 to 12 transactions crawl per second, bottlenecked and confined. Limited to transfers, plain no contracts, no logic intertwined. Overhead low, resources spare, scalable for where fees demand. Why you limp with trusted setups, old we build on each chain. Your surges come in narratives reunite, but facts expose the rift. Zcash Wilson regulatory storms while we uplift and shift. This ain't a relic's fading glow. COTI's mainnet pulses live. September 2025, ignited privacy's force arise. Zcash more like failed cash, we're so much better than you. Zcash more like failed cash, no logic intertwined. Zcash more like failed cash, transfer value only, no use case. Zcash more like failed cash, anonymity is illegal, say bye-bye. COTI's mainnet pulses live, September 2025, ignited, privacy's force arise.